Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Kun-woo of SHCC. SHCC means Seoul Housing, Communities and Corporation. Today, I'd like to talk about the SHCC's fine dust measures. First, I'm going to talk about the introduction, generation, and effect of fine dust and the current status of fine dust in Seoul. And secondly, the SS major fine dust measures, background, physical measures, chemical measures, biological measures, and example districts with measures applied. Lastly, I'm talking about the direction of future fine dust measures by species. Okay, fine dust is particles contained in the air, including dust, soil, soot, smoke, and liquid drops. So looking at the size of fine dust, the human hair of thickness is about from 50 to 70 micrometer. Micrometers is 1 millionth of a meter. So PM10 is particulate matter less than 10 micrometer, and PM2.5 is particulate matter less than 2.5 micrometer. So PM10 is 1/5 of thickness of human hair, and PM2.5 is 1/20th of thickness of human hair. The concentration of PM2.5 of world, and you can see the map, and Korea is a yellow one. The PM2.5 concentration of Australia is 6 micrograms per cubic meter, and Canada is 7, which satisfies the WHO's recommended standard 10 micrograms per cubic meter. However, the South Korea is 26, is similar to Angola's 27 and Poland's 24. It is which is more than double the WHO's recommended standard. One third of the fine dust is generated primarily in solid state from chimney, and 2/3 are generated in solid state after chemical reaction of gas state pollutants. Pollutants are generated from wildfire, illegal incineration, roads, grounds, construction sites, factories, car exhaust gas. The second, organic particles, ammonium nitrates, ammonium sulfates, are produced through photochemical reaction of sulfur oxide, nitrogen oxide, ammonia by sunlight, which is the secondary fine dust. Let's look at the effect of fine dust. The WHO IARC, International Agency for Research on Cancer, designated PM2.5 as a group 1 carcinogen with asbestos benzene. When the concentration of PM2.5 increases 10 micrograms per cubic meter, the incidence of lung cancer rate increases 9%. So PM2.5 can penetrate into the lungs and make lung and heart diseases and deliver harmful chemicals to the blood system. The Breathe Life, the global campaign of related to the climate change and air pollution with the UN and the WHO shows the level of PM2.5 concentration of the cities all around the world. In the case of Seoul, the average concentration of PM2.5 is 26. They note that about air pollution kills about 80,000 people. Air pollution kills 80,000 people per year. According to a report by Hyundai Economic Research Institute, about 9 of 10 people feel uncomfortable with their life due to fine dust. Let's look at the regional contribution rate of fine dust in Seoul. Foreign inflow is 45%, and Outside metropolitan is 11%. Metropolitan area is 12%. Seoul's own just rate is just 22%. Foreign inflow is the influence of China, because Korea is located at the east of China. So because of the westerly winds, so we have a big influence of China. And let's look at the source contribution rates. So biomass burning is 2%, and scattering dust is 22%, construction machinery 12%, car is 25%. But the most important part is non-point source. Non-point source is 39%. And in Korea, when the concentration of PM 2.5 75 microgram per cubic meter, or PM10 150 microgram per cubic meter, when the concentration of the fine dust lasts more than 2 hours, the fine dust advisory is issued. When the concentration of PM 2.5 is 150 micrograms and PM 10 is over 300, an alarm is issued. But however, these days the days and numbers of these advisory and warnings is increasing trend in Seoul. SHCC's fine dust reduction measures include the current status of fine dust in Seoul and for quality of life, for example, various diseases, social cost $10 billion and 2 times higher pollution level than major cities, and social needs and citizens' interest. So, therefore, in May 2018, SHCC established the SHC fine dust measures for the first time in a nationwide public corporation of Korea, and announced to citizens in order to perform an environment-friendly public corporation, reading the reduction of fine dust. Physical, chemical, biological measures were established. This is carried out by the foresight and willingness of the President Mr. Kim of SHCC. As a representative physical measure on eco-friendly household boiler that reduced the generation of fine dust itself was introduced. It is noted that 39% of PM 2.5 is caused by heating, power generation, and 36% of NOx. NOx is nitrogen oxide, nitrogen dioxide. It is a precursor of fine dust. It's caused by heating, power generation. So one eco-friendly household boiler can reduce 158 gram fine dust and 190 kilograms carbon dioxide per year. So there are 3.6 million household boilers in Seoul and about 80,000 household boilers in SHCC. About 9,000 of household boilers were replaced. The efficiency of general household boiler is from 76 to 83%, and the NOx emission concentration is 173 parts per million, and carbon dioxide is 200 ppm. On the other hand, the eco-friendly household boiler efficiency is 92%, and NOx emission is 1/8, and carbon dioxide is 1/2 of that of general household boiler. The second physical measure is fog system and filter system. The fog system, in which fog particles absorb and remove the fine dust, has been introduced in 14 apartments and construction sites. In addition, upgraded ventilation system in households that removes up to 99.9% of 0.3 PM, 0.3 micrometers. Is introduced about 700 households. Dust suction sweeper vehicle like vacuum cleaner and dust scattering, dust blocking net system were introduced in about 400,000 square meters at construction sites. As a chemical measure, there is a photocatalytic paint and photocatalytic deposed nitrogen oxide, sulfur oxide, and VOC, volatile organic carbons, which are precursors of fine dust. Precursors composed by titanium dioxide, which is a photocatalyst, and a precursor reacts with rainwater and is removed with nitric acid and sulfuric acid. It was applied for the first time in Korea as Hangul apartments in October 2018, and the monitoring results showed that 5 times the NOx reduction performance of Japanese photocatalytic product performance standard. It is being promoted with the goal of commercializations by 2022 in cooperation with Korea Ministry of Land Infrastructure and Transport Research Team. The biological measure is to naturally reduce fine dust through planting. Detailed planting methods include vertical planting, planting of open area, forest curtain, moss tower, moss wall, sedum tree, etc. The 1 square meter of vertical planting can remove 0.1 gram fine dust per year. The vertical planting is completed in 142 apartment complexes. About 120,000 square meter of planting of open area is completed. So you can see the picture of a before and after. Maybe I think it is after is very beautiful. The forest curtain are installed on the side of the roads with high concentration of fine dust to block into the residential area. Were installed at 142,000 square meters. In addition, moss tower and moss walls, which are known to have great capabilities to reduce fine dust, were installed instead of roadside trees. So among SHCC's developing district, the Maguk district is introduced various measures as follows: forest curtain, planting of open area, vertical planting, focus system, moss walls, green station, moss tower. This case is rear characteristics: planting of open area, filter system, focus system, and forest curtain, and upgraded ventilation system. This case is for Godok-Gangil. There are forest curtain, planting of open area, vertical planting, focus system, etc. And the last one is the fine dust net. Last one is fine dust net system. This is installed outside of the window. So next, we will look at the future direction of SHCC's fine dust measures. We think it is a method that combines a filter system and a focus system with biological measures such as wall planting, vertical planting, ground planting, loop planting. Planting is judged to have high additional functions, such as reducing fine dust, giving aesthetic stability to citizens, and mitigating climate change. The relaxation space and passage spaces are as shown in the figure below. The various planting and filtering systems are introduced for the exterior walls, porch, and the top of the roof of the building. So far, we have a look at SHCC's fine dust reduction measures. So, thank you for your attention and have a great day.